Hello, lovely people. Welcome back to the Not So Gracious YouTube channel. I hope everybody's had a good week, like I have. So today I want to speak about something that I believe is truly important. And this is something I learned quite late in life, but I still believe it's important now, especially on my way to being somebody's mom. So today I want to speak on self-trust, and I'll explain as we go on what I mean by this. So I define self-trust is believing that you are capable of making good, well thought out decisions without necessarily having to ask for the opinion, approval, or validation of other people constantly, right? It is believing that you, by yourself, you're capable of making good, well thought out decisions. And so for me, this is something I learned very late in life. By late, I mean 23 years old, right? And this is when I made my first decision by myself without asking for anybody's opinion, without asking anybody, what do you think or what should I do? And that decision really ended up being one of the best decisions I have made to date. And so when I realized, at 23, a few years ago, that look, I've never made a decision for myself. I've never made a decision by myself. I've always felt the need to ask my parents what they think or ask friends what they think. I've never really sat down to be like, look, I know how to make good decisions. I can make this decision on my own. So that happened at 23. And so that's what I want to speak about and just let you know a few things that maybe you can do to start trusting yourself a little bit more. So when I talk about self-trust, I'm not speaking on you don't seek good counsel or seek good advice from people that you trust. No, not at all. Or that you completely depend on yourself to make the right decisions all the time. That is not what I'm talking about. I absolutely believe that it is good for you to ask for advice when you need it, but it does not constantly have to be seeking approval or people's opinions about every decision that you make in your life. So a few reasons why I believe self-trust is important. And one of them is I believe true personal power comes when you trust that you're able to make good decisions for your life. I truly believe that everybody deep down inside at the end of each day is very much capable of making a decision that is best and that is right for them. Number two, it stops you from always seeking for approval, always seeking for permission, and always seeking validation, right? Because the moment you start constantly asking people what they think or what you should do, you're in danger of making decisions based on their insecurities, their fears, based on their experiences. Not necessarily a bad thing to learn from other people's experience, but it is a bad thing when the fears and insecurities start projecting on to you. So I truly believe that it sets you free from just constantly needing or seeking approval from people, really, no matter who it is. Number three, it gives you confidence, really, in general. I believe that when I started trusting myself more, when I started believing that I could make good decisions for my life, I gained confidence, and it helped me to stop worrying so much about what people think about me. If I trusted that I'm making the right decision for my life, for my future in this moment, and I have peace about it, I was able to, sleep well at night because I know that whatever happens, it's my responsibility. If anything goes wrong, that is on me. I don't have anybody else to blame. So that gave me so much confidence, and I believe that it gave me so much personal power within myself. And so you don't always have to survey people, right, about the decision that you make in your life, or what do you think I should do? Where do you think I should go? What do you think about this? As I said, no problem asking for advice or seeking good counsel from people that you trust, people that you believe want the best for you. But it does not have to be a theme of your life that every single decision you make, you have to ask for permission. I do not believe that at all. And so as I mentioned before, constantly asking for people's approval or opinion really can set you up for failure, because their fears are projected onto you, the insecurities are projected onto you, and people can only advise you or give you opinions based on what they've gone through or what they know. So I believe it is important to trust yourself and believe that you can make good, well thought out decisions. As an adult, you absolutely can make those decisions. And then if you happen to make a bad decision, self-trust comes in where you believe that, okay, I've made a wrong decision here. This is not what I was supposed to do. This is not where I was supposed to go. But self-trust gives you the ability to be like, okay, I've messed up. What do I learn from this? What lesson do I get from this? What can I do better next time based on the bad decision that I have made, based on the wrong decision I've made? Self-trust gives you the ability to sit down and evaluate and reflect so that you know what to do or what not to do for next time. But if you lack the confidence to trust yourself and the ability to make good decisions, you actually won't be able to sit down and reflect on anything, because you don't know whether you made that decision for yourself or not. You end up going back to the same people, asking what they think about the wrong decision that you've made. I hope you're keeping track with me and that makes sense. So yeah, when I finally made my first decision at the age of 23, I'm on my way to 30 now, I realized that I was capable of making good decisions. I also realized that I was also capable of making bad and wrong decisions. But I think that living a brave life is owning your story, is owning the decisions that you have made, is realizing I decided this, whatever comes from this, whatever happens from this, it's on me. So I'm huge believer of God. I trust him completely. And so for me, before I make any decisions, how I know I'm making the right decision is when I have complete peace about something. If I have anxiety, or if I'm worrying about it, or if I'm losing sleep over it, or if I feel the need to ask multiple people what they think, usually I know that I am making the wrong decision. But when I have peace and I've prayed about it and I have complete just peace in my heart about it, I know that I am making the right decision. So I've wrote down a few things. Put this down. I've wrote down a few things that have helped me, that I believe can help you too, or things that you can stop doing so that you can learn to trust yourself. And it's little things, and some of them are big things. And I will try to give my own personal examples in there if I can. So number one, for example, something as simple as, let's say you're going out for a girls' night or a boys' night. The need to constantly take a picture, send it to the group and be like, this is what I'm wearing. What do you think? Little things like that can actually stop you from trusting yourself. If you want to wear something, if it feels good, if it looks good to you, wear it. Because what if you like it and then you send it on the group chat and then the boys are like, nah, that doesn't look good? What happens then? How do you then decide what you want to do? Do you still wear what you wanted to wear? Or do you now go with the opinion of other people that have said no? So little things like that, I know for me, shaped a bit of my life. I was just unable to be like, I feel like I look cute in this, I want to wear it. I always felt the need to be asking the girls what they think, or asking my sister what she thinks, even my mom, what do you think if I wear this to this function? And everybody would give me an opinion of what they thought. And it was really difficult to make a final decision at the end of that. I'm not saying don't ask your friends if something looks good, but it does not constantly have to be a thing that you have to do. And I'm not speaking about you get invited to an all-white party and then you decide to wear a lime green dress and you're like, I don't care. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about something that feels good to you, something that you know is right to you. You don't necessarily have to be asking for approval or what people think on that. Romantic relationships, I was a sucker for this one. Constantly asking people, oh, okay, so maybe I like this person. I think they're really cool. What do you think? And almost always, my opinion and what I wanted to do, what other people thought I should do was different, which makes things really, really confusing. But once I had peace in my heart and I sat down with it and I trusted myself and I prayed about it, I knew what the best decisions for me were. So I believe once you feel like something is for you and you completely believe it, go with that instinct, go with that feeling, go with that gut feeling that you have that this is the right thing for me to do. You're just asking yourself, what do I want out of life? Who am I? What do I value? That can also help you to trust yourself when you're making decisions. Another decision that I really struggled to make was choosing what I wanted to do for my career. So after university, I think, 5-6 years ago, I knew what I wanted to do. But before that, I was constantly asking people, I want to study this, I want to do this, what do you think? And that was confusing. Asking family, asking friends, asking random people, asking teachers was super confusing because everybody had a different opinion of what I should be doing based on what I was good at and just what people thought I should do. But once I realized what I wanted to do, I have not looked back since that day. I was able to make a good decision. I was able to trust myself. I was able to trust my abilities, and I was able to choose a career that I'm still in now, almost 10 years later. So finally, when you know that you have peace in your heart, I believe for me is when you know you're making the absolute right decision for yourself, for your life. And so for me, when I found out that I was having a baby, I did not feel the need to survey people, make phone calls, ask people, all right, I'm having a baby, it wasn't planned, I'm not sure what to do, what do you think? I did not feel the need to do that. Almost instantly, I knew exactly what I needed to do. I trusted myself to make the right decision. And I absolutely believe that I made the best decision for my life. I have not had any regrets. I have not had any sleepless nights over the decision I made. I could have easily called my mom, called my sister, called my friends, be like, okay, this has happened. What should I do? I don't know what to do. I'm freaking out. But almost instantly, I knew exactly what I needed to do. I knew exactly what was right for me to do. So that self-trust gave me confidence to know that I can be a good mom, to know that I can raise a beautiful daughter who is going to contribute positively well to the world, that I can raise a wonderful daughter who is going to make a beautiful difference into the world and be a shining light and be the center of attention in every room that she walks into. I knew I was able to do that, and because I knew that and I trusted that about myself, it made the decision for me to have my baby so much easier, and it gave me so much peace knowing that I come from the right place. I know how to make good decisions, and this is a good decision. That helped me so much. Despite all the gossip and everything else that was going to come with it, despite all the negative chatter that was going to come with it, I trusted myself to be like, you know what, I don't care what anyone else thinks. I don't care what anyone else says. I'm trusting myself to make the right decision in this moment. And so that's when I made a decision to live a brave life of trusting myself, of trusting God, seeking the right advice when I need to seek the right advice, of seeking the right counsel when I need to seek the right counsel, not constantly asking people what they think, what I should do. Seeking approval, seeking validation was exhausting for me, and I can only imagine what it must be doing to some of you guys out there. So really want to encourage you, before we close off the video, learn to trust yourself. You have the tools inside of you. You have the mind. You have the ability to make good and right decisions for your life. And I encourage you to trust that. I encourage you to sit in that and have this God-given confidence that you are capable of making good, well thought out adult decisions. Decisions that will lead you and leave you living a really happy life. So thank you once again, guys, for coming to my Notes of Gracious YouTube channel. Tune in for the next video. Bye.